I'm Shiva.
I'm Sandy.
And this is
Our Relaxing Hobby. Hello.
Hi.
Today's episode is going to be about crocodile pleco. What do you call them? Rhino plecos? What are they?
Crocodile rhino
Crocodile
plecos.
rhino plecos.
They're also known as rhino plecos and chocolate plecos.
They're also known as Roomba.
Yes.
Roomba and the others.
Yeah.
Roomba and the
we
gang.
have what? We have 5 total.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5 with
Five.
Roomba.
Yeah,
5 with
five
Roomba.
with Roomba.
4 babies and Roomba.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know she just said babies. We didn't breed them. I actually had to
Right.
import 4 more because I want to start breeding them, and they are damn near impossible to find.
Right. So you did find them online.
Yes, I did. It took me a couple years.
They did ship them to us.
Yeah, but I guess we should start by talking a little bit about how we got Roomba, and
Okay.
kind of do the chronological order thing so they can find out how we started with Roomba and now we've got 5 and we're trying to breed them.
Okay.
Okay.
Just ignore the fish in the background. We're good.
Yeah. The fish are being naughty little assholes tonight.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah.
And our pumps being nasty too. So if you hear that trickling in the background, that's our filter that refuses to empty.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Welcome
Okay.
to our world.
So, now, Roomba was your first.
Right.
And you found her at a pet store?
I found her at a box pet store.
Okay.
Basically what happened is I went in, I needed a pleco for one of my aquariums. And I went into, I think it was like a pet supermarket or something like that.
Okay.
It might have been a Petco. And I was looking, and here's this little teeny, little weird looking pleco that nobody could tell me what she was. They were calling her a Chinese pleco.
Okay.
And she was only about maybe 1.5 inches long, and I do have footage of that. And she just looked so weird, I fell in love with her. So it's like, okay.
Of course you did.
I have no idea how big she's going to get, but I have an indoor pond, so I knew that if she got too big, I was covered. Really? So the first thing, just so you guys know, if you are doing what I'm doing and going and finding a weird looking pleco that you know absolutely nothing about, unless you've got a big tank, it's probably not a good idea to do what I did.
Kind of be careful with that because, again, I think we did an episode on the size of different plecos.
Yeah, we did. I mean, some plecos can get over 2 feet long, so I knew that no matter how big Roomba got, that I'd be able to accommodate her, but if you are just a small hobbyist that has like even just a 55-gallon, you might want to do a little bit more research before getting a strange pleco. Before
bringing a strange pleco
right.
in. Because some of them are pretty cool. But go ahead.
Now the funny thing was it took us a while to even figure out what Roomba was.
Right.
So that's not always easy. I was told Chinese pleco, so of course once I get her home, I'm sitting here trying to look up Chinese pleco.
And it's like, that's not
and
it.
It's like, no. So it took a while, but I think Gareth was the one who finally won that lottery and hit on what she was.
Right.
And we found out that she is a crocodile rhinoceros pleco. And then we found out later that some people call them chocolate plecos because of their coloring.
We just call her a rhino pleco.
Right.
So.
But they're incredibly hard to find because, I've had Roomba for about 4 years now.
Yeah, probably.
About 4 years.
3 or 4, yeah.
About 4 years now. She is roughly 8 inches long. I think she's an adult now. I think she stopped growing, but she might surprise me.
Right. You never know in this house.
Yeah.
I don't put anything past the fish in this house.
Yeah.
I
don't either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to explain. Roomba is actually.
We've got some footage we'll show her. She's beautiful. She's a very unique looking. They're very unique looking plecos.
And they're very soft. They're not
very soft. Yeah, they don't have that hard. I guess it is hard, but it's not hard.
Yeah, they've got the armor, but it's not the. It's not like the spiny armor.
Yeah, it's just like you can actually, touch her, and she's not gonna kill you.
We just pick her up.
Well, I don't.
She's very sweet. You've moved her before.
Yes, not on purpose.
Well, Sandy didn't believe me about Roomba. Roomba's got a very distinctive personality.
She's all about her space, and I was moving a plant into Shiva's aquarium there, and I was trying to move the plant to where Roomba's corner was, And Roomba didn't like that, so she pushed at my hand over and over again to get me to move and the plant because she didn't want us there. I won. She wasn't happy with me, but it was kind of funny. She was not afraid, which is unusual for a pleco. They're usually pretty shy, most plecos, not her. She is very outgoing, very friendly, very inquisitive, very curious, and that is her tank. And
yeah, she rules that tank.
And she rules the tank, and she wanted my hand to move out of her way. She didn't try to bite me or hurt, she just tried to push me out of the way so she could be back in her corner. But yeah, she's pretty unique for a pleco. Yeah, I think. I don't know if the others are like that yet, but they're not really. But
yeah,
at least mine's not.
They don't run from me as much, but
yeah, Edsel doesn't really run.
Yeah,
but doesn't come up like she does either.
Yeah, but yeah, Roomba. We have her in with the ropefish, so the ropefish love her, and she swims with the ropefish, and it's fun to watch her. I don't necessarily consider plecos playful. But she's close.
She's inquisitive, which plecos are not. I mean, well, okay, that's not true because your other plecos are too, but because you have crazy fish.
Yes. They don't hide.
They don't hide like normal
chickens.
plecos. But yeah, I mean, because I have Edsel, which is one of the babies, and he doesn't hide. Right. Now your mom's Camo does hide. Camo hides from everybody, like all the time.
I don't know.
So, but I don't know about the boys. I don't know about the twins that you have. I don't know if they hide or not.
They don't really. Okay. They would scatter. If
that's one of the. There's 4 of them. We kind of separated them. Originally, well, let's tell the story about how she decided she wanted to try to breed them because they're very unusual.
Well, they're very unusual and they're also very rare, apparently. Right. It started with some people that we trade our bristlenose with, and I found out that the owner of that pet store had a rhino-croc, and he'd been looking for other ones, and I'd been looking for more rhino-crocs, and none of us could find them. So it was like, okay, so that would be a good pleco for us to try to breed, because we already do really, really well, like incredibly too well with bristlenose pleco breeding. Right. So we thought, okay, let's look into breeding the crocodile rhino plecos. Well, the first thing I knew is that I was going to have to get some more
rhino
plecos. So I'm looking, and it took me a couple of years to track some down. I mean, I'm looking, and
but you found a good source. I mean,
yes,
I guess
I did. But the only ones that I'd seen prior to that had been adults, which I didn't know how old they were. And this is going to sound incredibly crazy, but the least amount I found them for was $999.
Right, for the adults.
For the adults.
I remember that, yes. She was like, no, we're not getting those.
And it's like, okay, I don't know how old this thing
this is how
and
rare
I'm not
they
spending $1,000 on this adult fish. So I finally found a place that had like young babies, like little teeny babies. Right. And boy, did we have a catastrophe with that.
We didn't have it.
The one that we originally picked up.
She bought
babies.
5. And
anyway,
she got 4 healthy.
No, it was the weirdest thing. So I ordered these 5 baby rhino plecos.
Do we have footage on that?
We do.
Okay,
we
so we'll
do.
show you that.
It was our 2020 what the fuck moment.
Okay, yeah.
So we got them in November of 2020, I think it was when we got them.
Right.
And I had ordered 5. We had got shipped to me. I'm putting them in the aquarium. I had the bags floating for a while. I'm being super careful with these guys because while they were relatively cheap as babies, I know, we didn't want to have to go through that again because shipping them overnight was expensive.
Right.
Anyway, so they've been floating for a while. It's time to release them. Release 1, release 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I go to look into the aquarium and I'm seeing what looks like a puffer fish swimming around. And I was like, okay. That's supposed to be a pleco, and then I get a closer look at it, and it's half a pleco swimming around.
Yeah.
The pleco had literally broken in half. Yeah. They're really, really, because I guess the way that their flesh is, and the fact that they're armored and not spiked like the regular plecos, they're really soft and fragile, and I have no idea how a pleco broke in half. But the damn thing lived for 2 days before it finally died. I didn't know what to do with it.
We felt bad.
We did.
We felt bad. But we were really kind of hoping it would live because in this house you never know.
Yeah, and I didn't know if it had organ damage or if it was just the tail that had broken off.
Right. And it didn't make it. But so we still had the 4. And as they got a little bigger, we decided to, Roomba's tank is only, a 75?
Yeah, Roomba's tank is 75 and they were driving her crazy.
And they were driving her crazy. So what we did is we separated some of them. We took The one that we put in my 55 that's in my room, and that's Edsel, which I named him Edsel. I don't know why.
You said you wanted an ugly car name.
Ugly car name, so I named him Edsel. Yeah, it was kind of it. And then your mom took her. We put one in her mom's tank, which is a 45, 50, something like that. And she named him Camo because he looks like a camouflage.
Yeah, he's got this nice pattern.
He's got nice, pretty patterns. And then she kept the two. We call them the twins. We cut the twins, they don't have a name because we couldn't tell them apart. We still can't. One's bigger, but that's pretty much the only difference.
Yeah, I'm having.
They're almost identical, even still.
Now, because of the twins, we found out something about these guys.
Yeah.
I couldn't. The reason why I couldn't tell them apart, and I had them for over a year without naming them, which is really unusual for me,
right?
Is because they both look like very dark brown, the same
all
size,
brown, all brown,
solid brown, the same size.
Right.
And it was ridiculous. I couldn't tell one from the other. We finally, after Roomba was like, get these two little bastards out of here.
Say hello to the koi.
Say hi to the koi guys.
Hi, koi. But no, yeah, we decided poor Roomba was being, she was getting to the point where she was kicking their butts. They couldn't do anything. She didn't want them anywhere near her areas.
She was tired of babysitting. So we thought, we're setting up a new 55.
Yeah, we got a new.
Or no, actually.
No, it's a 75.
75.
We got a new opportunity to get a new tank, so we went ahead and took it and decided we were going to move the two twins into that.
Right.
To give them space and give Roomba a break.
Right. So what we decided
with different sand color.
Yeah, she had this like tan sand.
Tan
so
sand.
Like, okay, we'll put that in there. And
which you'll see some footage of that. We'll show you which we didn't do when we were setting it up because we're idiots.
We'll get some footage.
But anyway.
But, so with the tan sand, I put the twins in there, and within a day they start developing these patterns.
Right.
So it turns out that these particular plecos are really, really good at camouflage.
Yeah, they actually, and we've seen it with the catfish to some extent.
I mean, I'm about ready to give one an earring just so we can tell the two of them apart.
Yeah, I mean, other than size, and then, that's never a good indicator because they change sizes relatively quickly, some of the fish.
And we have to wait for these four to grow up, and then we got to start figuring out who's a male and who's a female.
Yeah, because even though one's bigger, that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
I think with the plecos, you said that the females are wider and the males are narrower. So right now, they're all a little bit too young. The only adult we have is Roomba.
And nobody can compare her to.
And nobody can compare her to, so we don't know. We always call her a girl, but for all we know, she could be a boy.
Yeah.
We'll find out eventually. We'll let y'all know.
Yeah, we figured we got about another year before these young ones are old enough for us to be able to tell who's who. And then we get to have the fun of trying to figure out how to do the mud bank setup in order to breed them.
Yeah, you're going to have to tell them about that. Because I don't know anything about that. I didn't research that, but you did.
From what I understand, these particular types of plecos need mud banks in order to breed. They're not like the bristlenose where it's just throw in any ornament, wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, no kidding.
These guys.
Look, there's a hole.
Yeah, these guys you actually have to have some sort of a sloping mud bank and whatnot. So what I will be doing, and you'll probably see me do this within the next 2 years, is I'm going to be setting up a big waiting pool pond with a mud bank.
But first we have to figure out who's who and get a couple of pairs. Hopefully we'll have at least 2 pairs is what we're hoping.
Yeah.
And not too many of the same sex, because that won't work. We need to have at least one of each.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
Yeah. But
again, this house though, who knows?
Well, on top of it all, we need to make sure that it's one of the babies is different than Roomba, because Roomba's a completely different clutch.
Right.
We don't have the same bloodline. We're pretty sure the babies all came from the same place.
Probably did, yeah. So hopefully Roomba and somebody, at least one of the 4 is an opposite sex of Roomba is what we're hoping.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to, I go in there and play with that so to try to get him a little bit friendly. He will let me touch him. Doesn't really like it. He's not Roomba. But he won't move either. Like if I'm doing something, he doesn't move out of my way.
Yeah, I mean Roomba's a joy. I mean I can literally pick her up and move her. I don't even use a net with her. Now, we did have to move
the babies,
the twins recently.
The twins, yeah.
So we did get some footage of how we have to catch these guys.
Yeah.
Although they're not as spiny as like the bristlenose, which are a pain in the ass to move, or the common plecos, they still have the sharp edges on the fins, so they can get caught in a net. So we have to use the pitcher method, which they hate. They hate, but it's
took a big old pitcher that you make Kool-Aid or something in, or tea, and we got some footage of Shiva catching them and Sandy not trying to laugh at her.
Yeah, but it's the easiest way to move them, especially with as big as they are.
It worked, and we got some footage of that. So yeah, It's going to be interesting. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments about any kind of rhino-plecos, or if you're interested in them, we'd be happy to answer any questions. By all means, like, subscribe, do whatever on our page. Go there, order some stuff, buy some things.
Yeah, the other questions I can tell you right now the answer to is, will we sell you a rhino-pleco? No. Took me too long to find one.
Well, when we have babies, absolutely.
If we have babies, sure.
You want some bristle nose? Contact us. We have multitude. Rhino-plecos, not so much.
Yeah.
You want some guppies, you want some mollies, you want some goldfish. We're your people. Hey, you want some koi? We might even work with you on that.
Throw two koi
not
together.
rhino-plecos yet.
Yeah,
not yet.
No
not
rhino-plecos.
yet.
So if you're asking me where we got the rhino-plecos, I would tell you, except for they don't have them anymore. So
they don't.
They don't.
Oh wow!
So I'm going to be
that was a limited.
again.
That was a limited run. It is. They are very hard to breed. So hopefully, we're really hoping that these work out, and that we can start breeding them. I mean, you know, I don't know if did we ever mention them that our future plan is to actually like have a breeding facility. Yeah, that's one of our future plans is to have a breeding facility for several different types of fish. The rhino-plecos being one of them. The koi.
The crossu.
The koi.
And harder to find koi.
Harder to find koi.
You and your damn guppies.
Guppies if you want them. Mollies
your
if you
fancy
want them.
guppies.
Yeah, my fancy guppies. I like fancy guppies.
And I'm trying really hard for ropefish, but again, near impossible.
Yeah, we don't know how that's going to work out.
I mean, we're going to have to like study witchcraft or something to get those ropefish to breed.
But anyway, so that's our future plan. and oh wait, and electric rams. The black electric.
Well,
we're trying those.
Black rams.
Black rams. We're trying those too.
Yeah, Gareth will come on in
another
he
episode.
said later on once he's got more to work with, he'll be able to tell you more about how his ram breeding program is going. Here's the spoiler: they like omelets.
Yeah.
They keep eating their eggs.
Cannibalistic.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, again, like, subscribe, questions. We love questions. We do appreciate you, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.